I hope the screen is visible. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, fine. So, hello. Actually, we will start, but I mean, it's already 6, but maybe people will come a little bit late. So, yeah. So, let's- just, yeah. Okay. So, hello everyone. Today is the first class of the course Classical Mechanics of a Single Particle, and let me first introduce myself, who am I, and what we are going to do today. Not only today, and what we are going to do for the whole 12 weeks. Okay, so hello, and my name is Papia. You can see this spelling here of my name. This is my name, Papia Panda. And obviously, you all know that the course name is Classical Mechanics of a Single Particle, and the course instructor is Professor Shubhadeep Banerjee. And yeah, so what we will do and what we are going to do in the following weeks. Okay, so as all of you know that this is a 2 hours class. So obviously, first of all, I am little bit sorry because 2 hours class means you can know that will be a little bit boring for all of you, because I mean in our natural classes that is only 1 hour, but here we will have the 2 hour classes. So it will be little bit too lengthy process, but yeah, fine. We will. I mean, I will make sure that you will not be feel that much bored. Okay, so there will be total 12 week, right? And there is a 12-week assignment is there, as well as 12-week class lectures and all these things are there in YouTube. Not only YouTube, in NPTEL course, right? So you can see that for the classical mechanics of a single particle, we can have so many lectures. Like I think each and every week has 4 or 5 lectures, and so that means you can understand how many lectures are there, and all the lectures are given by Supratik Banerjee Professor. So, but what we are going to do here, basically I am not a course instructor, as you already shown here. I am the teaching assistant. So teaching assistant means I just want to help you guys, as well as I just want to help the professor of the course. So how can I help you? So basically, what I will do in this course or in these lectures, like there is a 12-week, each and every week there will be 2 hour classes, and in that 2 hour classes, and the class timing is Tuesday from 6 to 8. All of you know these things. So here, what we will basically focus on, the previous year assignments, not this year assignment. Just make sure this part that we will talk about the previous year assignment. It might be possible that previous year assignment and this year assignment is very much similar, but not exactly same. I am not talking about the exactly same thing, but it might be possible that previous year assignment and this year assignments are a little bit similar. So for this case, we will discuss previous year assignment questions. Each and every week we will discuss the previous year assignment questions. So just as example, today is the first class, so that means I will talk about the week 0 and week 1. As you can see in your portal of the NPTEL, there is two portals I can see, like one is week 0, week 1, and then week 2 is already given, I think. So just a minute. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, actually there were a little bit problem in my internet connection. Can anyone confirm me that am I audible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we were talking that in this classes, what we are going to teach, we are not only teaching, we will just little bit discuss and more things. And here we will talk about the previous year assignment questions per week, and there will be one class per week, and that will be on Tuesday 6 to 8. And as I told you that there will be 2 hours class, so that means 2 hours means it's a very long class. So I will only focus on the assignment questions, that is fine. But if you have some doubt in the theory part as well, then we can discuss that one in our classes as well, because you can understand that if I will have the 10 questions or 11 questions for from 1 week, then that means 10 questions will take max to max 1 hour or 1.5 hour. So what we will do rest of the half hour? So we can talk about some little bit doubt clear session, means if you have some problem in your lectures, and I know that professor was very much clear about all the topic, but still if you have some doubt or query, you can ask me at that time. Then we can discuss among these things in that rest of the time. Okay. So, and obviously I will just from the very beginning I will just tell that this is very much an interactive session. There will be no such one way interaction. There will be a two-way interaction, otherwise it will be a totally boring class. So that's why I will just I will just request everyone to talk with me, like whenever you have some doubt, whenever you have some queries, whenever you have some problem in your mind, you can just unmute yourself and you can just ask me, no problem. And as I am sharing my presentation, so that means if you will just raise your hand in that portal, in that screen, I can't see that one. So whenever you have any doubt, you can just unmute yourself. It has your option that you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. There is no point to problem me. I think it is automatically on or what? Yeah. So this is the case. Okay. So till now I just gave a simple introduction of myself as well as the course, what I am going to do in that course, and what will be there in whole the 12 weeks. So till now whatever I have told you, if you have any doubt, any kind of doubt, any kind of questions, any type of anything, you can just unmute yourself and you can talk to me. No problem on that. It's very much two-way and a friendly discussion. That's it. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please unmute yourself and tell me. I think I am audible, right?
Yes, ma'am, you are
Yeah,
audible.
yes, okay, fine. So if you have any doubt, you can write in the chat box as well, but the problem is I can't see the chat box right now. If you unmute yourself, that will be better. Okay. Don't worry, if you does not have any question, that means all the things whatever I have told, that is totally understandable by all of you, or you did not understand anything. These two options can be there, but yeah, fine. Okay, so let us first start our session. So this session, that means today's session will be little bit big. Big means like I have a little bit more number of questions. Why I have more number of questions? Because I have 2 weeks, week 0 and week 1. But from the rest of the classes, we will have only 1 week. Like in the second class, I will have only week 2. In the third class, I will only have the week 3 assignment. So obviously, I will have a less number of questions. But today, I will have a little bit more number of questions. Okay. So what I am planning here, for today's class, we will basically focus on assignment 0 first, and then if time permits, I will talk a little bit about the theory part of the first week. Obviously, all of you have understood very clearly of the first week because sir has already explained very clearly all the topics. But still, I just want to focus some of the points, some of the important points of the first week, and then after that, I will just do the previous year assignment of first week. So this is the plan of my today's talk. So if anyone wants to change my plan of this today's work, that can also possible. You are always welcome. You can just unmute yourself and you can tell me whether this plan is little bit workful or not, or if you have any doubt about any type of like portion, any type of theory part, you can just unmute yourself and ask me. Okay. Okay. So I hope till now everything is fine. Okay, one more thing I just want to tell you, that whatever you can see in my screen, there is one PPT is showing, right? So in that PPT, I just mentioned some of the questions, and I will show you each and every questions one by one. But the good point is that this PPT will also be shared with you. Okay. So I will give you, I think I will not give you, maybe the NPTEL members will give you one link, one Google Drive link, where I will upload all the PPTs as well as all the relevant topics, relevant PDFs of these relevant topics. Okay. So if you want, but the most thing is that each and every week PPTs, whatever I have made, that will be dropped in that Google Drive folder. Okay. Yeah. So let's start today's class, and don't worry about the classes. If you, by somehow, if you miss the class of any week, that will not be problematic anytime, because all the classes will be recorded, and the recorded version will be uploaded in the YouTube channel. So you can see whenever you have time in that YouTube channel. Okay. I think just a minute. Yeah, fine. Just yeah. Okay, so this type of things I just wanted to clear for the very first class, and for the rest of the classes I will not going to repeat these things. These are very fundamental things. So yeah, so let us begin for the first week assignment. Sorry, not first week, 0th week. 0th week assignment is 0. So basically, first of all, as you understand by the name, that it is a 0th week. 0th week means it's just a wrap up things, like to warm up the things, like how much you know about the vector notations, how much you know about the vectors, addition, subtraction, projection vector, and all these things that will be there in that week 0 class. So it will be a warm up. Then like you just need to recall your previous classes things, vector notation things, and it will be done, no problem. And in that week 0 there is nothing related to the classical mechanics of a single particle course. Okay, so this is simply a vector calculation. Okay, so now let's start the question. So basically for week 0 I have 10 questions, 10 or 11 questions I think, and for week 1 again I have 10 questions. So as a whole, today we will basically solve the 20 questions if time permits, or otherwise we can see how much we can do. Okay, so I will request all of you to do these things with me as well. Like if you are in a proper position, if you are going to sit somewhere, and if you can sit somewhere where we can write and read these things, then you can just do with me as well, so that we can have a better flavor. Okay. Yeah. So let's start for the first question. So can anyone tell me? Okay. Okay, I will start, and after that we will ask questions. Okay, fine. And obviously, as I told you, that will be a two-way interaction. So that means it might be possible that I can ask you some questions at any point, and you have to answer me. Otherwise, I will think that you are going to sleep each and every classes. So that will not be a good one, right? So yeah. So this is the very first question. Find the angle between the vectors, this and this. So there are two vectors. Okay. There are two vectors, and they just wanted to know what will be the angle between these two vectors. So can you people do that? I don't know from where, how much background you have about the vector notations, vector calculations, and vector all these things. So, okay, just let me first do a little bit quickly, not quickly exactly. So what they are asking here, find the angle between the vectors this and this. So let me write here as A, and let me write here as B. So A vector is what? I cap plus 4j cap plus 3k cap. So if some of you does not know about what I cap, j cap, k cap, these are the unit vector along the x cap, y cap, and x axis, y axis, and z axis. So like if I have the three coordinate axes like x, y, and z, then the unit vector along this x axis is I cap, the unit vector along y cap is j cap, and the unit vector along z cap is k cap. Okay. So these are very simple things, but for the very first time I am just going to tell these things. Okay, so a cap is this one, and what is b cap? B cap is minus 17 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Okay, so now they are asking that what will be the angle between these two vectors. So to calculate the angle, we can have one expression like in the vector notation we can have two products, like one is dot product, one is cross product. So if I want to know the dot product has a relation that mod of A, like A vector dot B vector. This is the dot, means it is a dot product. So I am going to multiply these two vectors with a dot product, that means scalar product. Okay, scalar multiplication. So for that case, mod A, then mod B, and then cos theta. So what is theta here? Theta is nothing but the angle between these two vectors. Okay, so if I just want to write here A dot B, so the expression is mod A mod B cos theta, and in that question they are asking about the theta, what is the angle between these two vectors. So can't we do these things? Cos theta equals to cos theta equals to A dot B by mod A mod B. Is it fine? I think it's fine, because if you want to know the angle between these two vectors, we just need to have the cos theta value, and if I got the value of cos theta, then I can also find the value of theta as well, right? Okay, so the A was like A cap plus 4j cap plus 3k cap. So as this is a very first question, so I am just going to write all the things very clearly. 4j cap plus 3k cap. Plus 3k cap, and for B vector it is like minus 17 to 3, minus 17 to 3. Okay, so to get the value of cos theta, what I have to do? I have to do that A dot B. So what is A dot B? A dot B, that means we just going to calculate the dot product, the scalar product. So that means what? I cap dot I cap is giving 1, I cap dot j cap will give 0, I cap dot k cap will give 0. Similarly, j cap dot I cap will give 0, j cap dot j cap will give 1, j cap dot k cap will give 0, and k cap dot I cap is 0, k cap dot j cap is 0, k cap dot k cap is 1. So as a whole I can write here 1 into minus 17 plus 4 into 2 plus 3 into 3. Sorry. So you can see the result is like minus 17 plus 8 plus 9. So it is like minus 17 plus 17, which is coming as 0. Now you can see A dot B equals to 0. And then mod of A, mod of B. I don't want to calculate mod A, mod B, because as you can see that if the denominator is 0, that means as a whole the result is 0. So at which value of theta the cos theta is giving 0? Obviously we know that theta equals to pi by 2 or 90 degree. For this case, cos theta equals to 0 degree. Sorry, not a 0 degree, it is 0. Right? So the angle between these two vectors, A vector and B vector, is 90 degree. Is it fine, everyone? Yeah. So this is a very simple thing, like as it is a very first class, so that's why I just explained from the very beginning, but it's very simple thing. So you can do by yourself as well. So we can move to the next question. So this is exactly similar thing. Find the angle between the vectors this one and this one. This time I just want to follow the steps thoroughly, and I will not explain everything, as you know that there is 20 questions and it will take some time. So I am just going to write these things, and you can also do that one with yourself. So this is simply a warm-up thing. So that means everything you should know. So I am just going to do that A dot B, which is mod A mod B cos theta. So here A dot B is given as 3 into minus 3 plus 32 minus 2, right? So it is 32 minus 5. Sorry. So 27. So now as it is a non-zero value, so we have to calculate the mod A as well. So mod A is like 9 plus 14 plus 4. So it is like 29. And the mod B is 1 plus 64 plus 1. So it is 66. So if I calculate cos theta, so cos theta equals to A dot B by mod A mod B. So A dot B was 27, mod A is 66 or something. Wow, it is 29. So you can just calculate these things, and then you can have the result. Obviously it is not a like straightforward calculation. You will do a little bit calculator thing and all. So I just want to give you the final result here, and it will be like of the order of, you can see, yeah, this is of the order of 0.61 or something. So if you just calculate the value of theta, then you can just have the theta equals to cos inverse that one. Okay, so it's like not exactly a trivial thing, but yeah, little bit non-trivial thing. But the thing is that you should know the procedure how we can do calculate. So you can just take a calculator, and you can calculate these things, and then also you can calculate that cos inverse 0.61, and you will get the answer. Okay. Okay. So now coming to the next question, maybe. Yeah. So that is again related to the fully vector algebraic calculation. So if A cross B dot C equals to ABC. Okay. If this is there, then ACB plus BAC is how much? That they are asking. So then from the notation, let me first write the value of these things. I mean, let me first expand these two, what they are saying. ACB, okay, if it is ABC, that means A cross B dot C. So if it is ACB, that means A cross C dot B. I should write each and every one as a vector form, but okay, no, not here. I should write like that, but maybe sometimes it is little bit forgotten and all. So this is B cross A dot C. Okay, everything is like that. Okay, so if I expand these things, then according to this expression, I just write this expression as this one. Now what I will do? In that vector calculation, vector algebra, there is one simple notation, and you can also prove that one by yourself. A dot B cross C is equals to B dot C cross A equals to C dot A cross B. So this you can do. Okay? So now, and also we know one thing, that A cross B equals to minus B cross A. All the things will be vector form. Okay, it might be possible that every time I will not put that vector arrow, but it should be there. Okay, so A cross B equals to minus B cross A, that is well known, as well as this one is also well known, that A cross B dot C equals to B dot C cross A. Oh, that is exactly the same, na? This is A dot B cross C. So these three are same. Okay. But what is given here? Here it is, I can write here as it is a dot product. Again I can write one thing, that A dot B equals to B dot A. So I can write it like this, plus C dot B cross A. Okay. Now you can see B dot A cross C, right? So this is, I can write as this one, right? This one I can write B dot minus C cross A. And this one I can write C dot A cross B. I think this is fine for everyone. So if I can write like that, then minus, now see, B dot C cross A. B dot C cross A is fine, okay, very good. B dot C cross A is again equals to A dot B cross C. So I can write here A cross B dot C or A dot B cross C, whatever, minus C dot A cross B. C dot A cross B means C dot A cross B. This is exactly same as A cross B dot C, because A dot B equals to B dot A. So now, again the vector form. So in that simple short notation was what? A, B, C, that one, A cross B dot C. So from this notation I can write it like minus 2 into A cross B dot C, which is nothing but minus 2 into A, B, C. Okay, I hope it is understandable, because I just wanted to write here all the things in terms of this A dot B cross C. A cross B dot C. So now the expression ACB BAC, ACB plus BAC equals to minus 2 ABC. Okay. If you have any type of doubt, you can ask me, no problem, or otherwise we can move to the next question.
Can you please explain once again, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let me take some page. Just a minute. I don't have the page here. Yeah. Okay. In that question, it was written that A cross B dot C, just mention all the arrow sign here. That is written here ABC. Okay. And what was the question? Question was like, what will be the value of ACB plus BAC? Okay. ACB plus BAC. What will be the value of this one? It is given, and what will be the value of this? That was the question. Okay. So let me first explain. Let me first open these terms. So ACB. ACB means, see, if I just going to see here at the very first ABC, that means A cross B dot C. So similarly ACB is what? A cross C dot B, right? And here BAC. BAC means B cross A dot C. I just wanted to write these two terms with the help of this one. A dot B, AB, that means first one is cross product, and with that the third one is dot product. Similarly A cross C, then dot B, B cross A dot C. Okay? Okay. So if it is like that, then I can write one thing as well, minus C cross A dot B. Why minus C cross A? Because there is one vector notation that A cross B is minus B cross A, and another one also A dot B equals to B dot A. You should remember these two expressions, right? So I can write that one as well. A cross C was there, but if I want C cross A, that means I have to put a minus sign in that previous thing. So minus C cross A dot B. Again I can write here minus A cross B dot C. Just put all the time all the arrows. Okay, so that I can write. Okay, now again a dot b equals to b dot a. So can I write this one, that minus b dot c cross a, because a dot b equals to b dot a. I can write like that. So c dot a cross b, I can write this one. Okay, fine. Now there is one vector notation uh, rule, not only exactly rule, it can be proof as well. Like, what is that? A dot b cross c is equals to b dot c cross a equals to c dot a cross b. This is well known vector expression. I will going to use this expression in my calculation. So in that calculation, if I want to use this expression, you can see here b dot c cross a. B dot c cross a is there. B dot c cross a is again a dot b cross c or c dot a cross b. I can write any of them. So I can let me write here c dot a cross b. So minus c dot a cross b. From this, right? B dot c cross a is equal to c dot a cross b. And the second one I just write here as it is. Okay, very good. So again I can write here, you can see minus something minus something. So I can write minus 2 c dot a cross b. And as I told you, a dot b equals to b dot a. So I can write from here to here that minus 2 a cross b dot c. And previously it was showing there a dot b a cross b dot c is abc. So can I write it like that? Minus 2 abc. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So I mean, obviously you can write it like this one as well, a c dot b cross c. So it is, you can write it like dot b cross c. You can write that one as well. Should be like that. So bca, that can also be written. I mean, by your choice or by your multiple choice questions, whatever the option will be there, you can just write like that, because this abc equals to bca. You can see abc equals to bca equals to cab. So I can write it here minus 2 into cab. That can also be possible. Whatever. Like, whenever you have the multiple choice question and you have the assignment, in that assignment you need to click one of the multiple choice question. So it's totally up to the question that how they are giving. Okay. Yeah. So this is the answer. So for this case, it will be minus 2 abc. Okay, so as this is the question, the next question is exactly similar. Oh, not this one. Next question. Okay. So now this is given that find the value of this one. This is exactly very simple. So I just need to. Oh. Okay, so what is this? You can see here there are two terms, something plus something. So let me write here one by one. So first one I can write it like, okay. So what is this one? This is telling that I cross j cross k. So as I told, what is I cap, j cap, k cap? I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vectors along x cap, x axis, y axis and z axis. And as in our 3D coordinate system, we are taking x axis, y axis and z axis perpendicular to each other. So that means I cap dot I cap with 1, I cap cross j cap with k cap, like that. And like, this is a cyclic rule. Okay, if you just know the cyclic rule, then it will come. Like, if I have that I j, k. So it is a cyclic rule. I cap, k cap, j cap, I, j, k, j, k, I, a, b, c, b, c, a, c, a, b. So c, a, b. Sometimes it might be possible that my I and j is a little bit similar, but yeah. So these are the things. So if you see these expressions here, j cross k means I, and I cap cross I cap, and obviously I cap cross I cap is equals to 0. J cap cross j cap equals to 0. K cap cross k cap equals to 0, and also j cap dot j cap is 1. K cap dot k cap is 1. These are the expressions, these are the equations. So now you can see that I cap cross I cap, that means 0. So the first one is giving me 0. Now coming to second one, j cap cross k cap cross I cap. So first we will do k cap cross I cap. So what is k cap cross I cap? K cap cross I cap is giving j cap. So again it is j cap, and I told you j cap cross j cap will give 0, because it is given here j cap cross j cap is 0. So that means I cap cross j cap cross k cap plus j cap cross k cap cross I cap equals to 0 plus 0, which is 0. Okay, so to know the answer of this question, it's very simple. We have to know the relation between 3 unit vectors. I cap with that I cap, the dot product is always 1. J cap with that j cap is 1. K cap with k cap is 1. I cap cross j cap, k cap. J cap cross k cap, I cap. K cap cross I cap, j cap. All other things like I cap cross I cap 0, j cap cross j cap 0, k cap cross k cap 0. And if I want to know the value of j cap cross I cap, that will be simply minus k cap. K cap cross j cap minus I cap. I cap cross k cap minus j cap. Okay, this is the thing. So if you use these notations, then you can got to know the value of this I cap plus j cap plus k cap plus j cap plus k cap plus I cap is equals to 0. So this is equals to 0. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, so now coming to the next question, find the projection of A cap along B cap. So projection along B cap means, like, let's say this is A vector, this is B vector. So what will be the projection means this, how much the projection is there along the B vector. So it has the expression. You can also prove the expression by simple vector notations. So the projection of A along B, it can be written as projection of A along B, on B or along B. That will be like A, then projection is there, right? So projection means it will be, yeah, A dot B divided by B square and then B vector. So on which vector, that will be in the denominator, and the mod square of that will be in denominator, and then the B vector will be there, and you have to take the dot product of these two vectors. So projection of A along B, it is written as along B. That means A dot B divided by mod B square into B vector. If I change the question as projection of B along A. So for this case it will be A dot B divided by mod A square into A vector. Okay. So as it is showing that projection of A along B, so that will be the expression A dot B by B square into B vector. So let me write here the A and B vectors. So A vector is 5i cap plus 2j cap plus k cap, and V vector is I cap plus j cap plus 2 cap 2k cap. So projection of A along B is A dot B. So first of all, A dot B is how much? 5 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 2 divided by mod of B square. So B is like 1 plus 1 plus 2 square whole square, and then I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap. So it is like 5 plus 2 plus 2 divided by, this is like 4, 5, 6. So it is 6. I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap. So it will give me the value 9 by 6 I cap j cap 2k cap. If I just want to simplify that one a little bit, so it will be 3 by 2 I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap. Okay. So if I want to change the expression question a little bit, that projection of B along A cap, so exactly same as A dot B divided by A square and A cap. So for that case, what will be the answer? Like 5 plus 2 plus 2 divided by root over of 25 plus 4 plus 1 square, and then 5i cap 2j cap plus k cap. So it will be 9 divided by 30. 5i cap 2j cap k cap. So if I going to simplify a little bit, 3 divided by 10, 5i cap 2j cap plus k cap. So this will be the projection of B along A vector. Okay. I hope this is fine. Then we can move to the next question. Okay. Yeah, you can see this question again. A, B, C is A cross B dot C. Then how much is this? Now maybe you can also answer this question. Let me first expand this one. This will be A cross C dot B plus C cross A dot B plus B cross C dot A. Right? So this is going to be expanded as these things. Now from that identity of the vector identity or vector calculations rule, I know that A dot B cross C equals to B dot C cross A equals to C dot A cross B. Now it is A cross C. A cross C means, okay, so this one I can write here, minus C cross A dot B, then plus C cross A dot B, then B cross C dot A. Okay, so now you can see this one and this one will cancel out, so it will be simply B cross C dot A, and then the B cross C dot A I can write it like B cross C dot, A dot B cross C. So A dot B cross C means, or we can write it like A cross B dot C. That can also be written. a cross b dot c. So I can write it like a, b, c. So this will be simply a, b and c, or bca or cab. What will be the cab or bca? What will be the option? You can just write like that. So what I have done here, let me just erase these things a little bit. This will be cross. So what I have done here, I just again expand this ACB, CAB and BCA like A cross B dot C, C cross A dot B and B cross C dot A. Then I just use this expression, this vector identity expression, vector rule, and I calculate it by putting all the values. And also I just used this formula, that minus B cross A. That is very, very important. So I just mention these two, and A dot B equals to B dot A, that is always unknown to all of you. So I just put all these values and I got the answer that ABC or CAB. So I just written here triple product shows this one A dot B cross C, this one equals to B dot C cross A equals to C dot A cross B. And the Jacobi identity in some vector calculus notation, it can also be possible that you will come across with A cross B cross C like thing. So for this case, this is a Jacobi identity, that A plus B cross C plus B cross C cross A plus C cross A cross B equals to 0. The ordering is very much important. Okay, if someone will give you C cross B cross A, so it will be a minus sign. So if I want to write here, again all the things like A cross C cross B, that will be a minus. Here minus B cross A cross C minus C cross B cross A equals to 0. And then if I just take the common of minus, then all of this will be coming as plus. That is different, but you should keep in mind that A cross B equals to minus B cross A. That is very important. Okay. Is there any question till now? Or should I move to the next question? No? Okay. Everyone is there, I think. Yes. Okay. Now coming to the general the seventh question, it's a little bit different. Till now it was totally a vector calculation and all. So now we will talk about a little bit different from that vector calculus. The general solution of the differential equation, this is how much? Question. Okay? So what is general solution of the differential equation? That they are asking. Why they are asking this type of questions? Because you can see whenever we will talk about the week 1 or week 2, week 3 up to week 12, all of these things are basically nothing but there we will talk about the equation of motion, and equation of motion is nothing but that F equals to ma or F equals to dpdt or something like that. So you have to solve the differential equation to solve the equation of motion of any single particle. So that's why they have given a very simple warm-up for a differential equation. This is a second order differential equation, because you can see that d2x dt2 is given. So what will be the solution for that? Okay. So how do we calculate these things? I just want to write here whatever it is given. So this is d2x dt2 equals to cos t. Okay. So basically solution means I just want to know here what will be the value of xt. So what I will do, first of all, as it is d2x dt2 equals to cos t, that means first of all I just want to integrate once. Okay, if I integrate once, then it will be like with respect to dt, then what it will be? It will be dx dt, which is equals to sin t plus c1. Let's say it is a constant, simple constant. I don't know about the value of c1, but I am just writing here c1. Now again I want to integrate all the things. If I will integrate that one, then it will be x of t, which is minus cos t plus c1t plus c2. Okay, so this is the expression for xt. It is a general solution. Now, if in any question they are talking about C1 and C2, then we can calculate, and if they are talking about some boundary conditions from where I can have the value of C1, C2, then we can put the value of C1, C2 in that xt expression and we will calculate the value of xt. Okay, but as they are asking about general solution, yes, you can see it is written as general solution. So as they are asking about the general solution, then it will be simply what? Minus cos t plus c1t plus c2. Okay, these are the constants. C1, C2 are constant. You can write it as A, B, C, D, whatever you want. That does not matter. Okay, so this is the thing. Then maybe we can go to the next question. If you people are feeling that I am a little bit hurry or I am a little bit slow, then you can tell me that one as well, so that I will do accordingly. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if two vectors A and B are such that A cross B mod equals to mod A mod B, then the angle between them is what? So, as I mentioned there in the previous first question, that what is A dot B? A dot B was mod A mod B cos theta. Why it is simple like that? Because this is a scalar product and scalar product does not have any direction. So it's simply mod A is direction. So mod A does not have any direction, mod B does not have a direction, so cos theta is also does not have a direction. So simply it is like that. But if I want to know that A cross B, so A cross B itself a vector. Okay. So if it is a vector, so that means what will be the expression for this? Mod A mod B. Now you can see these two are directionless, and then sin theta, it is also directionless, but as it is a vector, so that means there should be some direction. What is the direction? It should be a n cap. So what is n cap? Let's say I am having here a cap and b vector. So the direction of the area which is containing A and B vectors. Okay. But in this question, they are talking about mod of A cross B. So mod of A cross B means this is a scalar quantity, not a vector quantity. So that means what? I can write it like that. Sin theta and mod of n cap. And mod of n cap means n cap is a unit vector. Okay. So I can write it sin theta only. Right? Now, they are telling that in their question that mod of A cross B equals to mod A mod B. That means I can write it like it is given in that question. So the left hand side I can write it like mod A mod B sin theta equals to mod A mod B. Right, because this is coming from the expression definition and this is coming from the given condition of that question. So now if I can compare these two left hand side and right hand side of this equation, then we can conclude that sin theta equals to 1. Now what is theta? Theta is pi by 2. Principal value if I talk, then it is 90 degree. So now the question was, if two vectors are such that, then the angle between them is 90 degree. Is it fine? I hope yes. Or if you people already slept. I think you people did not sleep. Or you can't hear me? Yeah, you can hear me, I think. Till now it is okay. We have already reached, I think, up to 8th question we have reached. So till now it is okay. Can anyone raise your? Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, now coming to the ninth question, the general solution of the differential equation is this one. So basically you can feel a little bit that in this course we are nothing but doing a simple mathematics, right? I mean, as per your concern for the today's class, you can see that this is nothing but a mathematics thing, like plus minus and how to solve the differential equation and nothing but all these things. But yeah, obviously as this is a warm-up session, so that's why it is a little bit mathematics things are there. Okay, so the general solution of this differential equation is how much? So what is the differential equation? d2x dt2 plus ax equals to cos t. So you can see that this type of differential equation, this is first of all this is a second order differential equation, but with a variable in the right hand side, right? With a variable of what? Variable of t, right? Variable. So that means I can't simply integrate this function and I can't get a direct expression from this integration. So what I will do here, for this type of solution, there are two types of solutions. One is CF, complementary function, and PI, particular integral. So what are these? For CF, I need to write here d2x dt2 plus x equals to 0. That means whatever is there in the right hand side, I will put it as simply 0. That will give me the CF solution, complementary function solution. And our x will be CF plus PI. So first of all, let me calculate the CF part. So CF part, how I will calculate? For CF calculation, d2x dt2 plus x equals to 0. Now, let me write here x as something. Let's say some a e to the power mt. Simple. Okay. So dx dt is equals to a m e to the power mt. d2x dt2 equals to a m square e to the power mt. If it is like that, I can write here a m square e to the power mt plus a e to the power mt. This is equals to 0. Now you can see here a e to the power mt is equals to x. So if I can write m square plus 1 equals to 0. Why? Because a e to the power mt is not equals to 0. If it will come as 0, that means our x will be 0. So there is no question of calculating all the differential equation solution and all. So that's why I have the expression as m square plus 1 equals to 0. So m square is minus 1 and m equals to plus minus I. Right? If m equals to plus minus I, that means I can write here our solution x CF. As I told you, the CF means the right hand side is 0. So for this case, I can write here, let's say a1 e to the power I t plus b1 e to the power minus I t. Why t? Because the variable was t. Okay, and we took the solution as a e to the power mt and m is coming as plus minus I. So a1 e to the power it plus b1 e to the power minus it. I can write it like in that sense as well, that a1 prime cos t plus b1 prime sin t. I think you are familiar with this cos t and sin t notation, because cos t is nothing but e to the power it plus e to the power minus it divided by 2, and this is also e to the power it minus e to the power minus it divided by 2. So I can always write it like a1 prime cos t plus b1 prime sin t. Okay. So if I am going to write these things, then I have the x CF value. But I need the x pi as well. You can see here pi. So to have the x pi value, so x pi. So for x pi, what we need? I am going to write here d2x dt2 plus x equals to cos t. Now I am mentioning one capital D, which is d dt. So this is nothing but d square of x plus x equals to cos t. So I can write it like t square plus 1 of x equals to cos t. So x is cos t divided by t square plus 1. Now this is x means xpi. Okay. So cos t, if it is a cos t or sin t, then what we have to do? The coefficient of this, like the coefficient of t, here it is 1. So it will be minus 1. This square will be replaced by minus a square if it is cos at. So if it is like that, then you can see here our cos t divided by t square will be replaced by minus a square. That means minus 1 square, which is minus 1 plus 1. Now we can see that this is coming as 0. But something divided by 0 is unidentified, right? This is undetermined. It will give us a infinite value. So for this case, yes?
This PI part can explain once more.
Sorry?
This PI part, can you explain it once more? Can you
Sure.
explain it again?
Sure. Let me come here because I did not have any place there. Okay. The expression was this. So for CF part, what we did in the right hand side, whatever it was there, I just put it as 0 for CF part. And it's already clear that what was the expression for CF. But for PI I need to take this expression, this cos t in the right hand side as well. So for PI part, I am writing here this. Okay. Now for the simplicity of my calculation, I am just replacing the ddt as capital D. So d squared. So here it will be d2 dt2. Now if I am going to write here, you can see d2 dt2 of x plus x equals to cos t. So now I can write here d square x, because d square is d2 dt2, plus x equals to cos t. D is an operator, okay? Don't think that it's a constant value. So d square plus 1 common, and then x, I can write it cos t. Then I can write it cos t as, x as cos t divided by d square plus 1. I can write it like that. Yes. Now, if it is a sin t or cos t, this is a general solution for this case. I am just going to write here. If our x is such that sin at or cos at divided by some function of d, not d, function of d square, then to get the value of x, I can replace that d square by minus a square. So it will be sin at or cos at divided by f of minus a square. D square will be replaced by minus a square. It is not like that ki d will be replaced by a. No, d square will be replaced by minus a square. Okay, this is the solution. And here one condition is given, that f of minus a square is not equals to 0. If it is 0, then you can understand something divided by 0, that is undefined, like it will give us infinite value. So this condition will not be satisfied if f of minus a square equals to 0. But if f of minus a square equals to 0 and not equals to 0, then we can write sin at or cos at divided by some function of t square as sin at or cos at divided by f of minus a square. The square will be replaced by minus a square. Now come here. In that denominator case, our denominator was d square plus 1. And in that numerator, what is a here? A is simply 1. Because cos 1 into t. So a is 1 here in my case. So, and they are saying that d square will be replaced by minus a square. So a square is what? 1. But d square is replaced by minus a square. If I write here minus a square, then plus 1, it is giving me 0. But it should be applicable when that f of minus a square is not equal to 0. But I am getting f of minus a square as 0. So this equation is not satisfied here for my calculation. Okay. So now what is the solution for this case? I am going to write again here cos 80 or sin 80 divided by f of d square will be cos 80 or sin 80 divided by f of minus a square, provided the condition that f of minus s equals to not 0. But if f of minus s square is equals to 0, if this condition is there, then what will be the answer? The answer will be simply 1t will be multiplied, then cos 80 or sin 80 divided by the derivative of this denominator. The derivative of this denominator, and then we will put d square as minus a square. So it might be a very complicated for you who are here for the first time of this differential equation solution or something. So I am just going to simplify a little bit. So till now, up to this expression, that if f of minus a square not equals to 0, this is the solution for xpi. Is it clear for everyone? Then I will go for the next step. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now coming to the next condition. I mean, for my case, as I can see, f of minus a square is equals to 0, so I can't use this expression. So what I have to do? I have to take up this equation solution. So what is this equation solution telling me? This is telling me that if f of minus a square equals to 0, in the denominator if it is coming as 0, then you have to do one thing. What you have to do? First you have to introduce 1t. Always it will be a t. Okay? 1t you have to introduce. Then you have to write here cos 80 or sin 80, whatever is there in your question. Then in the denominator you have to write f prime d square. F prime d square means the derivative of this denominator. Now let me write in my calculation what it was. In my calculation, xpi was cos t divided by d square plus 1, right? And I see that f of minus a square, that means f of minus 1 is 0. Because you can see that if I am writing here minus 1 plus 1, it is coming as 0. So for this condition, I need to take this equation. So what this equation told me? 1t will be there. Then for me it is cos t divided by, here they are telling that I have to take a prime, like f prime. F prime means the derivative of that d square plus 1. If I take a derivative of d square plus 1, then what it will be? It will be simply 2d. Okay. Now, if it is a 2d, and what was d here? D was d dt, derivative with respect to t, right? So, we know that derivative is the inverse of integration, and integration is inverse of derivative, right? So here our derivative is in the denominator. So that means as a whole we are going to take the integration. Integration of what? Integration of this part. So that means we are going to tell t by 2, then integration of cos t dt. So our answer will be t by 2 sin t. Okay. Maybe this part is little bit problematic, so I am telling again this part. I hope it will be now clear. This was my condition, and I see that f of minus a square is 0, So what I am going to take, I am taking t as outside, then cos t divided by the derivative of d square plus 1. The derivative of d square plus 1 is giving me 2d. Then t 1 by 2 is outside. Then you can see cos t by d. So cos t by d. D was my derivative. So if I writing here d as a denominator, so it is simply giving us a integration over cos t. So I will have t by 2 sin t. Is it fine till right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I know that for the first time, if you are doing the first time these things, then it will be a little bit problematic. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you the things. Now, can you tell me what will be the value? Let's say cos t divided by, it was something d to the power 4 plus d square. Let me do. D to the power 4 plus d square plus okay, up to this one. If it is like that, no, or 2, not 2, minus 2, minus 2. If it is like that, then what will be the answer? First of all, we have to check d to the power 4 plus d square minus 2. This is a f of d square, and whether it is giving us the 0 value or not. So cos at, a is like what? 1. A is 1. So f of minus a square, that means d square will be replaced by minus a square. So what will be the value? You can see d to the power 4 means I can write it like d square square plus d square minus 2. So I can write it like d square will be replaced by minus a square. So that means minus 1 whole square plus minus 1 minus 2. So it is coming as 1 minus 1 minus 2. That is not equals to 0. So simply what I can write here, I can just take this as cos t divided by minus 2. This will be my xpi. As f of minus a square is not equals to 0 in this calculation. You got my point? Actually here what is there to ensure that d to the power 4 means we can't write here as minus 1, it will be minus 1 in whole square. So that means it will come as 1. Okay. Okay. So for my case the result was t by 2 sin t. I am just going to put these things in my calculation. T by 2 sin t. Now in my first, yes, here I told you that x will be cf plus pi. I got the pi and I also got the cf from the very beginning. So I got the pi as a1 prime cos t plus b1 prime sin t. So if I going to write here x as a1 prime cos t plus b1 prime sin t plus t by 2 sin t, because t by 2 sin t I am getting from pi. So this will be our general solution. Now here a1 prime, a1 prime and b1 prime is giving us the constant value, and from the boundary conditions I can get the values of a1 prime and b1 prime. Is it fine? Please ensure that it is fine, or otherwise I can't go for the next question. It's fine, or should I go explain a little bit? I think it's fine.
Ma'am.
It's fine?
No, ma'am. Could you explain it once more?
Which part? CFPI or whole the part? CF as well as PI.
CF as well as P.
Okay, fine. Okay, whenever you have some problem, you can tell me. I don't have any page right now. What should I write? Okay, let me do here. Otherwise, I can write in my new page. Okay, let me write here. The question was d2x dt2 plus x equals to cos t. This was the question, and they are asking what will be the differential solution for this equation. So as you can see, there is a little bit complicated equation, and we can't directly integrate, and we can't find the value of x directly, obviously. So how we can solve the equation? So for solving the equation, here I need to do some mathematics. First mathematics is CF I need to take. CF means complementary function, and PI I need to calculate. And our whole equation, expression of x of t is x of CF plus x of PI. So I need to calculate CF, I need to calculate PI independently. Then I will add these two, xCF plus xPI. Okay. So this is my criteria to do these things. Now what is CF, what is PI, and how we can calculate CF and PI? To calculate CF, for CF calculation, whatever the right hand side is given, that one I will put as 0. If I will put at 0 for CF calculation, then my expression will be simplified as this. Okay? So whenever you have doubt in any line, you can just stop me and you can ask me. Okay? So that it will be very much clear for me that in which line you have more doubt. Okay? Yeah. So for this case, what is the, let's say I am writing one as, I am taking one assumption of this solution as a e to the power mx, let's say mt, sorry. So dx dt is how much? M a e to the power mt. Now d2x dt2 will be m square a e to the power mt. So if it is like that, then I can write it m square a e to the power mt plus a e to the power mt equals to 0. Now I can write m square plus 1 a e to the power mt equals to 0. Now you can see our x is a e to the power mt. So obviously this one should not be 0. If it is 0, that means our x is 0. So there is no point of calculating all the differential equations. So obviously it turns out that m square plus 1 equals to 0 and m square equals to minus 1. So m is plus minus I, because I square equals to minus 1. So if m is plus minus I, that means our x CF is like a1 e to the power it plus b1 e to the power minus it. Is it fine till now, the CF value? Whoever, yeah. So
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So CF we can have a1 e to the power it plus b1 e to the power minus it. Now why I told you that it can be written as sin t or cos t form as well? Because sin t is nothing but e to the power it minus e to the power minus it divided by 2i. Oh, previously I forgot the 2i factor there. Okay. And cos t is written as e to the power it plus e to the power minus it divided by 2. So, in some mathematical calculation, I can write it like a1 prime, another constant, into cos t plus b1 prime sin t. Is it fine to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, very good. So CF equals to, I can write x CF equals to, I can write a1 prime cos t plus b1 prime sin t. That one I just wrote it here. But yes, a1 e to the power it plus b1 e to the power minus it, and then a1 prime a2, and it will be cos. Yes. This part we did up to for CF. Now coming to PI. So for PI it is little bit complicated, but still we will calculate. So for PI I think I have written here. Yes, I'm just going to tell these things. So yes, for PI we will take whole solution. I will not take right hand side as 0. CF or CF I have taken right hand side as 0, but for PI I will take whole the solution, whole the equation. Now what I will do, I will put a special notation as capital D, which is ddt. Ddt means derivative, like it is an operator with respect to t, derivative with respect to t. If I will put this one as capital D, then d square will be what? D square is d2 dt2. Okay. Now our expression was d2x dt2 plus x equals to cos t. So now I can replace this term as capital D as d square, because it is d, sorry, because you can see it is d square, d2 dt2 is there, so that means d square x plus x equals to cos t. I can write it like that. So if I am going to write it like that, then d square plus 1 into x equals to cos t. So cos t, x equals to cos t divided by d square plus 1. Is it fine till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So x equals to, and this x is nothing but pi. Just remember, x pi equals to cos t by d square plus 1. Now I need to calculate this cos t divided by d square plus 1 solution. So for that, what I need to do? Again, I have to remember some laws of differential equation. One of the law of differential equation is this, that our xpi, if our numerator is like cos at or sin at, I am just giving you here cos at or sin at. The same thing will be applicable for sin at as well. Okay. So cos at or sin at divided by function of d square. Function of d square means I am talking that anything like d square plus d plus 2, that is also function of d square, right? So whenever we will have function of d square in the denominator, this d square should be replaced by minus s square, with the condition that f of minus s square is not equals to 0. If it is equals to 0, then you can understand that something divided by 0, which is infinite value, so it is not feasible for our calculation. So if our f of minus s square is not equals to 0, then sin at by or cos at divided by f of minus s square is the solution for xpi. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now another condition is also there. Then let's say f of minus s square is equals to 0. Then I can't use this rule that f of cos at or sin at divided by f of minus s square. I can't use this one because this will give us infinite value. So if this is a 0, denominator is 0, then what I can do? I can do one thing, that first of all I will directly write t. First of all I will directly write t. Okay, very good. Then I will write here again cos at or sin at, whatever it was there. Very good. Divided by the derivative of this denominator. So if I have f d square equals to d square plus d plus 2, then our f prime d square is 2d plus 1. Right. It's simply a derivative with respect to t. So it's a derivative with respect to d. Okay. So I have to do the derivative of this function, this denominator. And after that, what I have to do? I have to take the integration or differentiation according to my calculation. Now, I am coming here in my case. In my case, xpi was cos t plus divided by d square plus 1. Okay, very good. So if cos t divided by d square plus 1 is there, now for the very first case I told that f of minus a square, if it is not equal to 0, then I just need to put simply d square as minus a square and my answer will be there. But here if I put f of minus a square, then you can see this is minus 1 and this is plus 1, which is coming as 0. So for this case, for my case, the first one will not be worked. The second one will be fine. I mean, second one I have to take because f of minus a square equals to 0. Right?
Ma'am,
Yes.
so it's minus of a square, not minus a the whole square.
No. Minus of a square. Just makes you minus of a square. I can write it like that.
Okay.
Minus should be there in the front for d square. But similarly, I am talking about d to the power 4. So what it will be? D square whole square. So for this case, minus a square whole square. So it will be a to the power 4 with plus sign. But d square should be minus a square. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So if I am talking d square equals to minus a square, then I can see that it is minus 1 plus 1. So it is coming as 0. So the first rule I am not going to use. So second rule I have to use. So second rule is what? At the very first t will come. Okay, I just put here t. Yes, I put here t. Then I just again put here cos t. Then divided by the derivative of this function. So derivative of this function is 2t. Okay, fine. Now t is outside, 2 is outside, t and 2 is outside. Then cos t. Cos t integration I have to do. Why integration I have to do? Because d was d dt. So integration I have to do. The differentiation is in denominator. So if it will be upside, then it will be as integration. The inverse of differentiation is integration. The inverse of integration is differentiation. So I have to take the integration over cos t. So the cos t integration is sin t. So t by 2 sin t. Now let's say in any example our f prime d. I mean for this case I told that f d square was 0. Right? Again here also f prime d square is 0. Let's say here it is not 0, but let's say it is 0. So for that case I have to take another t outside. That means t square will be there. Again I have to take the second derivative in the denominator. So but for my case only first derivative was not equal to 0, but f of d square was 0. F prime d square, you can see if d equals to 1 minus 1 I am putting, then it will be non-zero. So I can use that one, no problem. Okay, so for my case, this one is 0, but this one is not equals to 0. This is a condition. These two in my case these two are following. So if these two are following, then I can use this expression. And this expression is nothing but I have to put one t outside and then cos t or sin t divided by f prime d square, and then I have to do that derivative or integration whatever is there in my calculation. Accordingly I have to do. Now is it fine?
Ma'am, could you explain once again why we integrated it? That directly can't be denominator is f dash of d square, no?
Yes, it is f dash of d square, so it is 2d. Now, I mean, in my solution, I have to eliminate d by anyhow, right? Because d is simply a ddt, and this is an operator, so I have to eliminate d. So how I can eliminate d? So basically, if I have 1 by d means integration, and d is derivative. So 1 by d, you can see it is 1 by d of cos t. So 1 by d of cos t means integration of cos t. That's it.
Oh, okay. So f of d square means I thought like we must substitute d square again.
No. If it was like, but right now d square is no longer here because there is only d. there is no d square is there. If there was some d square like thing, then I have to again put d square equals to minus a square, and I have to check that this one is coming as 0 or not. But here, after doing the derivative, I am getting d, not d square. So for this case, I will just eliminate d by anyhow, and I know that d is derivative, 1 by d is integration. So that means as I am getting 1 by d of cos t, so I am taking the integration of cos t over dt.
Okay.
Okay. So then the answer is there, t by 2 sin t. So if I have the pi as t by 2 sin t, I just need to write here whole expression as a prime cos t, a1 prime cos t plus b1 prime sin t plus t by 2 sin t. So actually what I am telling here in this case, these two laws, these are little bit complicated law. So according to your question, you have to follow this law, which one is applicable for you. Okay. Okay. So I think it is fine. I just need to add this CF and PI, and I got the answer a1 prime cos t plus b1 prime sin t plus t by 2 sin t. Now it's fine to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. So you have to ask me the question, otherwise you can't be clear. Okay. So every time whenever you have doubt, you have to ask me the question. Okay. Now coming to the 10th question. If x equal to this, y equals to, and obviously I have to focus on these solutions because in your classical mechanics course, each and every time you will have this type of differential equation so many times. So you have to know very clearly what will be the expression for this case. And if you people want, then I can give you one PDF where I will just make all the available derivative laws in a one format, so that it will be very much useful for all of you in your future calculation also. Okay. So maybe I can make a PDF of that what are the rules of these differential equations. There are so many rules of differential equations, and you have to remember all the rules, otherwise you can't solve these equations. Okay, as I told you that this is one of the equation rule. So you have to remember all the rules of this differential equation. Okay, so if you people want, then I can make a PDF of all the rules and I will upload that one in Google Drive for your use. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So maybe I will do that one. I think next week I will upload that one, or this week also I can do. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Now this question. This question is a little bit simple question, but let's say if x equal to this one and y equals to this one, then the equation of the curve in the xy plane is what? So by seeing this x and y value, you can definitely see what is the equation of that curve would be. But if you can't understand what will be the equation of the curve for this equation number 5, then you just need to write here x equals to a sin t plus cos t, y equals to a sin t minus cos t. So to know the value of equation of the curve means in the xy plane. Just remember here it is written as in xy plane. So in xy plane I need to have the equation of curve. That means our curve will be a function of x and y only. But you can see our equation gives that x equals to something as a function of t, y equals to something as a function of t. Then by any chance I have to remove that t function. That's it. Then only I can have the equation of the curve in xy plane. Right? So to do that I have to eliminate the t function. That is my main aim. So how to do that? I have to eliminate t terms from x and y. So how to do these things? Okay, one way I can do is I can make a square of x. So what will be the value? A square sin square t plus cos square t plus 2 sin t cos t. I hope all of you know these things, a plus b whole square. A square plus b square plus 2a. Now, sin square t plus cos square t. Can anyone tell me what is the value of sin square t plus cos square t? 1. Yes. So I can write it like that. Very good. Again, now let me write here y square. Okay, now you can see if x square is taking, if for x square again the t is also there. I can't eliminate t with the help of x square only. Okay, now coming y square. Y square is a square sin square t plus cos square t minus 2 sin t cos t. If I want to write here, then you can see sin square cos square is 1 minus 2 sin t cos t. Now you can see, let me write here, this is my equation number A and this is my equation number B. So in x square I have sin t cos t term. In y square also I have sin t cos t term. But by anyhow I told you that my aim is to eliminate the cos t sin t terms because I don't want t. In the question it is mentioned that I need the equation of curve in the xy plane. So I need to eliminate t things. So how I can do with the help of A and B equation? Can anyone tell me how to eliminate that t functions from A and B?
Adding the two.
Yes. So if I just simply add, then x square plus y square, then what it will be? A square plus 2 sin t cos t into a square plus a square minus 2 sin t cos t into a square. Now you can see this plus minus will cancel out, so it will simply come as 2a square. Now you have to tell me x square plus y square equals to 2a square. What is the equation? Did you see this type of equation in some of your mathematical class or somewhere? What is the equation of this? Yes.
Conic sections.
It's the equation of what?
L. Not a
It's the equation of
Circle?
yeah, great. It's the equation of circle because for circle the general solution is x minus a square plus y minus b whole square equals to r square. So this is a circle and the point is A at A and B and the radius is r. So if I just simplify or equate these two, then it will be coming as our A and B is equals to 0 and r square is equals to 2a square. So r will be root 2a. So the x square plus y square equals to 2a square is nothing but the center is 0 at 0 and the radius is, this one is root 2a. This is fine?
Yes.
Okay. So the equation of curve in the xy plane is nothing but a circle at the which has the origin at or which has the center at origin and radius of root 2a. Okay. So these things is up to for week 0. So till now what we have done, that were for week 0 assignment. Okay. So now if you are not feeling bored, then we can go for week 1 assignment, or if you are feeling boring, then we can stop here, or otherwise question number 1 we will start. What you are thinking? Should we start? What you will do, what you will tell, accordingly I will do. We have 25 minutes more, so maybe we can go for week 1 questions, right? Can anyone tell me yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. It's simple, okay, not that much, you will not feel that much bored, okay. So this is again the vector calculation, okay. Yeah, so you can see the question. For r greater than equals to 0, sorry, r not equals to 0, the value of divergence of r vector by r cube is equal to how much? Okay, so I think all of you are familiar with these divergence, curl, grad, these things you are familiar with, right? Or if you anyone does not have any idea about these things, you can just tell me so that we can proceed accordingly. Everyone knows about this divergence, curl or grade. Like, okay, I can tell you that curl means gradient will be operated on a scalar. Divergence and curl will be operated on a vector. So, and grad of phi as scalar means I can write it like phi. Phi is a scalar, and let's say vector means a vector is a vector. So grad will be operated on a scalar and it will give a vector. Actually, I should write it like that. Operate on scalar, and it is like operate on vector, and grad phi giving us vector. Divergence of a vector is giving us scalar result. Okay, these are the results. Curl of vector is giving us vector. So if you people know about these things, grad, divergence and del, curl, then you can easily connect these things, but whoever does not know, then it will be a problematic for them. So gradient will be operate always on a scalar and it will give a result as vector. Divergence will operate on a vector and it will give us a result as scalar. Curl will operate on a vector and it will give the result as vector. Okay. Now coming to here, this is divergence because there is a dot of r vector divided by r cube. Now as I told you, divergence will always operate on a vector. You can see, yes, divergence is operate on a vector. So divergence, so as a whole this one is a vector, but the result will be coming as, can you tell me what will be the result, whether it is scalar or vector according to these three? Divergence of r vector by r cube, it will come as a vector or scalar? Can you tell me, anyone?
Scalar.
Scalar. Because I told you that divergence of A, the result will come as scalar. These three are results. And these three are the operation case. So, the answer, whatever the answer will be there, that will come as scalar. Divergence of a vector will give us a scalar. So, a scalar quantity will come as the answer. Okay. So, this one I am very much clear. Now, coming to this solution. Okay. Before going to the solution, I want to tell one more thing here, that as I told you that this whole one as a vector, because divergence will operate on a vector. So I can write it as like A equals to r vector by r cube. So as a whole this is a vector, otherwise it will not operate on divergence, right? So divergence will operate only on the vector. So that means r vector divided by r cube is equals to a vector, and this vector I am writing here a cap. I think it is fine to everyone. Okay. Now you can see this term r vector by r cube. Can I write it like that? R vector into 1 by r cube. Can I write it like that? Yes, I can write, because r vector is something and 1 by r cube is something. So I just want to multiply these things, r vector into 1 by r cube, is what I will get, r vector by r cube. Simple. Now can anyone tell me what is r vector? R vector is a vector or scalar? It's a vector. Yes. Now tell me what is 1 by r cube? Is it a scalar or vector? By seeing the notation at least. Is it a scalar or vector?
It is a scalar.
Yes.
Scalar.
Because there is no arrow here, or as well as actually 1 by r cube is a scalar. Now you can see our a cap was a vector which is r vector divided by r cube, and I am saying that I am seeing that in that r cube, in that a cube, one is, I mean, in that a vector, one is vector and another is scalar. So the multiplication of vector and scalar is giving me a vector. Okay, it is fine. So as a whole, r vector divided by r cube are vector, and which is nothing but the multiplication of a vector and a scalar. So can I write it like any type of things, like let's say for my notation, for my simplification of my notation, I am writing this vector as, let's say, any vector like v, and scalar as phi. I can write it like that. Okay, no problem. So any v vector and phi, I am simply writing for in general case. It is not for r vector by 1 by r cube. It can be applicable for any time. So one vector and one scalar multiplication can give me a vector. Okay? Okay. Now what I need to do here, I need to calculate here divergence of one vector and one scalar which is multiplied among themselves. Is it fine? Because v vector and phi combiningly it is behaving as vector, and we know that divergence is operating only on vector, so it is very good. So but right now in my case, divergence is not only applied for a single vector, it is a multiplication of a vector and a scalar. Is this fine to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is the thing I need to calculate in my question. Okay, very good. And here in my case, v vector is nothing but r cube and phi is nothing but 1 by r cube, to be clear. Okay, now I need to calculate divergence of the multiplication of one vector and a scalar. So what is the rule for that? Okay, I am writing here. For the next class, I will make so many pages so that I can write fluently. So here we were talking about this. That means I have one vector, one scalar, as a whole multiplication giving us a vector, and I am applying divergence on this vector. But here you can see two things are there in the bracket. One is v, another is phi. That means I have to do a little bit expand. I mean, this is a rule for this divergence of two multiplication of one scalar and one vector. What is the rule? The rule is like v dot grad phi plus divergence of v into phi. So why I am writing and how I can write this? You don't need to remember all the rules because there are so many rules in vector calculus. You don't need to remember all the rules. You need to remember only three things. What I just previously wrote, that grad will operate on scalar, divergence will operate on vector, curl will operate on vector. Only these three things you need to remember, and these three also you need to remember, that grad of phi will give vector, divergence of a vector will give scalar, curl of a vector will give vector. Only this table you need to remember. Okay, so that you can write this rule as well. How I can write this rule? Now you can see. I have one vector, one scalar, and you have to do the divergence on this vector and scalar multiplication. So I have to separate these two, right? Otherwise, how can I calculate myself? So there are two things, one is v and phi. So v, so as a whole I can see that this will give me a scalar quantity. As a whole, this will give me a scalar quantity. As I told, divergence of some vector will give me a scalar quantity. So as a whole, it will give me a scalar quantity. That means in the right hand side also, whatever the things will be there, that will give me a scalar quantity. Otherwise, it will not be correct. Okay. Now coming to these things. So first of all, I need to do something on v. What I need to do something on v, that means v is a vector. So that means it can, like divergence or curl, these two can be done with this vector. So divergence, because vector means divergence or curl, these two should be there. So I can take divergence. Why? Because here it is divergence. So I am taking divergence of v. If divergence of v I am taking, then what will be the result? Divergence of v is giving a scalar. So it is giving a scalar. And phi is also a scalar. So scalar into scalar, it is giving as a whole a scalar. Can you understand these points, or otherwise I should do a little bit slow?
Ma'am, how you wrote that expression?
Yeah, that's what I am telling. I don't need to remember this expression. This is a rule. First of all, this is a rule. You have to remember. But I don't need to remember these things. Just let me know whether you understand these things, these three things.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this one you understand fully, right? Okay, very good. So now, just focus on these two. Here, divergence of a vector, this whole as a vector, but as a whole this will give me a scalar quantity. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So I know that left hand side will give me a scalar quantity. Okay, very good. Now coming to right hand side. Why I need to write the right hand side first of all, that I need to know. I have to write the right hand side because in the left hand side you can see one vector and one scalar is multiplied, and I can't do divergence of these things. I need to separate this vector and this scalar so that I can do some divergence or curl or gradient on these things. I can't do these things directly, that divergence of a multiplication of one scalar and one vector. I can't do that one. So I have to separate this vector and scalar. So how I will separate these two? So first of all, I need to do one thing, that one vector is present here and one scalar is present here. So now I remember that vector means which one will be operated here among these three, either divergence or curl, right? So either divergence or curl will be applicable for v. Okay. So let me take only divergence of v. Let me take only divergence of v. So divergence of v will give me what? It will give me scalar, right? Now, can you hear me? I think yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can see, as it is a vector, I can also do curl of vector, curl of v. Okay, I can also do curl of v. But curl of v will give me a vector. Okay. Now I left with phi. I have to do something with phi as well. So now you can see divergence of v is giving a scalar. Now let's say I have phi also. So I am just simply multiplying phi. So that means what? I had scalar from this into scalar. So scalar into scalar will give what? It will again give me a scalar. But let's say I am taking curl of v in my case. So if I am taking curl of v is giving me a vector, and I have to do something with phi. So what I will do with some phi? If I am taking phi as a simple multiplicative, then vector into scalar. What it will give? It will give me a vector. But I need the right hand side should be a scalar. So I have to do this operation, divergence of v, and then simply multiply it with phi. Is it fine? for this term only. Yes? Or do you have any question? See, I just need to independently do something on V and something on phi. So something on V means divergence of P or curl of V, both I can do. But divergence of V will give me scalar and multiplied with phi will give me another scalar. So as a whole it will give me a scalar, which is correct dimensionally at least with the left hand side equation. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now coming to is this side. So I have to do something with phi as well. So phi means what? Obviously phi is a scalar. So that means I can only do gradient on that scalar. So I am just blindly write grad of phi. Now grad of phi is giving me a vector, but I need a scalar. So I have V as well. So I am just doing V dot grad of phi. So V dot grad of phi means V is a vector, grad of phi is vector. So the dot product will give me a scalar. So as a whole, this is give me a scalar. So that is fine. So what you need to do, you don't need to remember the rule. You just need to focus on that our V is there and V can do divergence and curl. But if I do divergence and simply multiplying phi, that will give me a scalar quantity. If I do curl, then it will not give me a scalar quantity. Then I can write like that. Now coming to phi. So grad phi I have to do, but the result should be in scalar quantity. So I am doing the dot product of grad phi with V vector. So I am writing V dot grad phi, which is scalar. I can write it like that as well, grad phi dot V, because A dot B equals to B dot A. So I can do that one as well. So is it fine? You don't need to remember these things. You just need to remember these 6 lines so that you can calculate each and every rule clearly. If you have any vector calculus book, you can just see there. There are a list of rules are there, and each and every rules you can do with this help of 6 lines only. But for the very beginner, it will take some time to understand. But whenever you got the knowledge, then you can do very simply. Okay? Is it fine?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, do you understand how I can write it like that? I can't write it like curl of V into phi. I can't write it because it will give me a vector quantity. Okay? Or I can't write it V cross curl of phi. V cross curl of phi will give again me a vector quantity because A cross B is a vector one. Right? Is it fine?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let me go here again. In my calculation, I had R vector divided by R cube. So I will simply write this expression in this case. So here V vector means R vector. So R vector dot grad of 1 by R cube plus divergence of R vector into 1 by R cube. Okay? Now again you have to know some basics of this gradient and divergence. So I don't know if you know or not, like this will be like grad of 1 by R cube will give me minus 3 divided by R to the power 5 R vector. It will give it like that. If you don't know, I will tell you how to understand these things. Okay, but just for this minute, I just bear with me that this will give it this answer. And this will give me 3 divided by R cube. I mean this will give 3. So this is the answer. Okay, and if I calculate this a little bit more, you can see minus 3 divided by R to the power 4 and then R vector dot R vector plus 3 by R cube. So R vector and R vector dot R vector, it will give a scalar quantity and the scalar quantity is R square. So minus 3 by R to the power 4 into R square plus 3 by R cube. So it will be minus 3 by R cube plus 3 by R cube. Now see, it is giving me 0 answer. So whatever the question was given, that answer will be 0. I just wrote it seamlessly, but if you don't know these things, then I can explain, no problem. So the answer is right now 0. What I did, I just simply calculate gradient of 1 by r cube and divergence of r vector. These two I need to know, and if I do these things, then I can have the answer as 0. Now, you have to tell me, can I write the gradient of 1 by r cube as minus 3 by r to the power 5 r vector? Can I write like that? Is it fine for everyone, or I have to explain these things? See, because this is a vector notation and you have to know these things very clearly before going to the main chapter of classical mechanics. Okay.
Could you please explain?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I can only tell you this one, and you can see in any type of like vector calculation book that is also available anywhere. But yeah, so I am writing here for this one only and this one. This one is very simple. This one is giving 3 in this case, right? And this one is giving as 1 by r to the power 5 and minus 3 and then r vector. This type of things there it is giving, right? So how it is giving? So del, like this one is what? This one is nothing but del x I cap, del y j cap, del z k cap. Del you can understand, this is a partial differentiation. Del means partial differentiation. If I write d, that is a total differentiation, and it is a partial differentiation. Okay. So, and what is r? R is, if I write vector form, x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. Now r, simple r means mod of r vector. What is the value of this? X square plus y square plus z square. Up to this it is fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So 1 by r cube. First of all, 1 by r cube should be a scalar because it is going to operate on grad, so it should be a scalar, and it is a scalar because r is scalar and 1 by r cube is also a scalar. So if I write 1 by r cube, it is like x square plus y square plus z square whole to the power 3 by 2. Okay. Now coming to grad of 1 by r cube. So grad of 1 by r cube means what? Let me write it somewhere else. Yes. So grad of 1 by r cube means del x of I cap, del y of j cap, del z of k cap of 1 by x square plus y square plus z square whole to the power 3 by 2. Okay, this is the thing. And you can understand this is whole a scalar and this is a vector. Okay, no problem. So you can see this is a summation of these three vectors. That means del x of 1 by whole these things. I am not going to write these whole things. Then I cap plus del y of whole these things into j cap plus del z of whole things into k cap. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you can see, if I write here, this is nothing but a derivative, like with respect to x. And this is a derivative with respect to y, this is a derivative with respect to z. So, I am just going to do the very first one, other things you can do by yourself. So, del x of this one. So, del x of 1 by x square plus y square plus z square whole to the power 3 by 2. So, now it can be written as like, all of you know how to do the derivative things. So, it will be like, if I just do it like that, x square plus y square plus z square whole to the power minus 3 by 2. So, it is like minus 3 by 2, then x square plus y square plus z square whole to the power minus 5 by 2. But it is not whole thing, it will be like 2x because it is a partial derivative with respect to x. So, it will be simply 2x. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So, it will be something minus 3, 2 will cancel out, 3x, then this whole term to the power minus 2. Sorry, minus 5 by 2. So, it is like that 3x divided by whole to the power 5 by 2. Can I write it like minus 3x divided by r to the power 5? Because r was root over of this one. So, as it is something to the power 5 by 2, can I write it r to the power 5? I think yes. So, this is coming as del del x of this. Similarly, del del y of this one will come as what? This will come as minus 3y by r to the power 5. And here it will be a I cap because del del x of I cap is there. But del del j of j cap will also be there. Del del z of k cap is minus 3z by r to the power 5 k cap will be there. So if now I am going to add these three things, then it will come as minus 3 by r to the power 5 x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. So it is nothing but and then r vector. You got my point? That was my solution. This.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now this is divergence of r vector. That is also you can do very simply. Okay. Maybe I can write it like that here as well. Dot product of x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. Now you can see dot product means del del x of x, del del y of y, del del z of z. So del del x of x means 1 plus del del y of y 1 and this is 1. So it is coming. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is coming. So now if I just put all the results here in my calculation, then it is coming as r vector dot minus 3 by r cube, r to the power 5 r vector plus 3 by r cube. Then you can see minus 3 r to the power 5 and that r dot r dot. R dot r dot obviously gives you r square. So r square r to the power 5 it will come as r cube. So minus 3 by r cube plus 3 by r cube. It will give me a 0 result. So is it fine to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So maybe we will stop here because it's already 2:07. And rest of the things you can also do by yourself. It's not a big deal because you can see curl of something, curl of v phi. Or if you can't do that one, then we can do these things in the next week as well. No problem because next week only we will have 10 questions. So we can first start from here and then we will go for the next week questions. Okay. So any comment, anything you want to tell me so that we can improve our lecture for the next classes? Anything you want or otherwise we can stop our session for today. Okay. Okay. I think you don't have anything to say, or if you have any doubt you can also tell me, or otherwise I will just drop all the PPTs and all these things in a Dropbox. You can see from there as well, so no problem on that. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
will the notes be shared?
Will the
Notes be shared?
yeah, notes will be shared. That's what I told you, na? That PDF, whatever I told in that PDF, like this will be in PDF form. So that PDF form will be shared in the Dropbox, Google Drive, not Dropbox, Google Drive. Sorry.
And we'll get the link of the Google Drive.
Yeah,
through
and
mail.
you will get the link of the Google Drive. I think it will be shared in that course page itself, or otherwise, I mean, if you can't get that one by next week, then I will give that one to you in the next class. Okay. I mean, most probably the NPTEL members will give you, but if they will not give you, then I will give you in the next class. Okay.
Okay.
And that differential equation rules, as I told, that will also be given in that Google Drive folder, so that you can see the at a glance you can just see these things. Okay. Okay. So till now, nothing else, or is there anything else? So that we can stop our class. Okay. So bye bye everyone. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tada.